I want to start this one with a question because I'm incredibly curious. When you think about the kind of life that you want, do you want a fast life or a slow life? And this has been on my mind a lot lately because a lot of people, I get to talk to thousands of people, and a lot of people come to me and are living this life of hustle and big goals, which is great, but just grinding and working so hard. And they tell me that they want to work to a point where they have a slow life. And it seems like there's this aspect of freedom that they're missing and they're trying to work towards, but they're never going to get there the way that they're approaching it. And so I'm curious, when you think about that question, what is it that you're attracted to in a slow lifestyle or in a fast lifestyle? And so I want to start this video off with even defining them. Thinking about this, it was something that made me think about what I want in life. And in all truth, I think that you can integrate both. I think that both can live together. I think a lot of people are either choosing one or the other, and there's this incredible, this crazy polarity in society, in the world, where they either want to go off-grid, remote, and live on a farm and never have to interact with society again to live this slow life. Or there's people on the opposite side of the spectrum who just want to hustle and think grinding harder will give them the emotional freedom that the people in the slow life think they're looking for too. And that's what I want to come to. Everyone is looking for emotional freedom. Everyone is looking for presence and to be able to enjoy their time in the moment. And I want to tell you today that both of them can fit together and do fit together perfectly. That, in my opinion, is where the perfect balance in life lives. And so I want to unpack this today. I want to start with even defining it though. Like, what is a fast life? Because a lot of people think that it's hustle and grind and working harder, but a fast life doesn't have to mean that. A fast life can mean working towards big accomplishments and having big goals, having things, creative projects and things that light you up. A fast life can mean filling your life with adventure and relationships and all the things that you want to experience. Now, the thing is that you can live that life and also live a slow life. So let's define what a slow life is. Most people think that a slow life is not doing anything, but a slow life is just incredible presence in each moment. A slow life is having a certain aspect of freedom over your time, but that doesn't mean you don't do things or don't work towards things. It just means that you are mentally free with your time. And there's a big difference between those. And I want to unpack that and break it down for you today so that you can actually experience that balance, that integration really is what I would say of both a fast and a slow life. I think I do an incredible job of living a balance of the two. If you were to look at my life in terms of the amount of things that I have going on, the projects, the people, the accomplishments, the travel, the businesses, the endeavors, there's a lot going on. And I'm going to be super transparent. I'm even just going to pull back the curtain and tell you a little bit about the things going on in my life because it is a lot. We just bought a brand new house on a beautiful property, and we're about to start renovations on the entire thing. We just came back from spending the winter down south because we didn't want to be here for the winter, or for all of the winter at least. We have a baby on the way, which I'm incredibly excited about. We have a team that we are training every single day and have big goals within the business that we're moving towards every single day. And a lot of that still has me completely involved in every single part of the business. I'm training for my first Ironman 70.3, and I'm waking up every single day at 5 a.m. to do that. I'm also writing a book. I'm traveling next week for a speaking gig. We're in the beginning stages of planning our next event, which is coming up this July. So there's a lot of different things going on, even the things within the business, the coaching calls, the sales calls, the team leadership calls, my one-on-one calls, filming content, facilitating the different parts of the business so that the people in the business can be effective at doing it. There's a lot in my life, and this is what I would consider a fast life, a life full of things that I love, full of choices that I get to make to endeavor towards things, and experience a full life of service and fulfillment and creation and building. Now I want to tell you about how I've integrated the slowness into my life, because as I said before, the biggest thing with slowness is that presence. And if you can find that perfect sweet spot between discipline and structure without rigidity or being hard on yourself, you can create an incredible amount of freedom in that full life. Because when you're truly in the present moment, your nervous system isn't pulling you to that next thing or thinking about the million things you have to do after that. There is an incredible peace. Time slows down. And this is one thing that I want you to really sit with. What if you have a fast life, but a slow mind? And when I say slow mind, I mean a present mind. Because when I wake up, I have 45 minutes of just my morning routine. And during that time, I know that I just get to be there, be in that exact moment, enjoying that exact thing. When I'm in my prayer and in my visualization, I am just there. I'm not thinking about anything I have after that. I'm present with the activity. When I'm doing my reading, it's a meditative task. I am reading and studying every single line and thinking about the beauty of every single line of that book. When that time ends, and this is where the structure and discipline give me the freedom, I know that everything in my day is going to be taken care of. So I then get to move on to being present in the next thing. And this is something I was talking about with a client. You can be doing all the things to do all the things, but then you're never present and you're never going to live that slow feeling lifestyle. So when I then go to the gym, it's not just about working out. It's about like feeling all the fibers stretching and expanding and tearing when you're working out, actually relaxing into each movement within that workout. And I don't have to think about anything else in my day. I don't have to think about what's next because I have that structure where that is my time to do that. And so that's why I have my morning routine. I have, 2 hours plus in the gym because I do weight training plus triathlon training. I go home, I have my time present with my wife. These are these slow moments, these present moments that make up a slow life. Throughout the day, when I'm present with my wife, like we sit down and we have our meals together and we look each other in the eye and we get to talk. And that is something that gives you that feeling of that time and emotional freedom. I'm relaxed in that moment. When we get to go for hikes and walks in this beautiful nature-filled area that we're in, we get to be fully present in that moment. And then when I have those times where I'm in client calls or whatever I'm doing at that time, I'm not focused on anything other than that. And I create that space for both the presence with my wife on our walks, eating our meals, and the presence with my workouts, with my personal development, and with the work and the execution and the leadership and everything. So if I could give you anything today, I want you to actually allow yourself to relax into every single thing you do and pull your nervous system into the stillness of that very thing and allow yourself to actually be there. And this is how you experience both a fast and a slow life, enjoying every moment, even leaving structured time just to think and be creative. Each space serving its purpose and being just bendable and malleable enough to where you're getting the things that you want to do done and moving towards those achievements, but you're present in each moment. And if you need to move some things around to fit the true slow lifestyle that you want, you can. Now, the one last thing that I'll say on this topic is that your environment will be a big part of this. Not just the people in the environment and making sure that they can be there present with you in each task. And this is something my wife and I have worked with because she helps in the business. So she knows that certain times, like we are just there present. We're not talking about the business, but also your environment in terms of what it all feels like. Your environment can be set up optimally for work. Your environment can be set up optimally for chill time, for nature time. What if you set it up optimally for all of it? I'll tell you every single morning when I wake up and I have this beautiful, large tree-lined nature property, even just waking up and looking out here and standing outside for 10 minutes, playing with my dog, taking in the nature, even just that slow present time itself gives me that relaxed, regulated, peaceful feeling of that slow life. Do I have 10 other things to do in my day? Yes. Am I thinking about them at that moment? No. The slowness, the presence that I get to take into each moment of my day where I'm both achieving and I'm enjoying. And throughout it all, I have emotional freedom. I'm hoping that this gave something to you, something for you to take with you so you can find that present moment and you can find that perfect integration of both a fast and a slow life, where you can achieve everything you ever wanted to, but not through hustle and force, through presence and actually enjoying each moment. As always, if there's any questions, shoot us a message on Instagram @AdamOfVenus, and I will see you in the next one.